Hello, welcome to my vlog. My name is Kev and it is Sunday. It's the end of the week and I'm checking in to let you know that I made it through the week safely and I'm doing okay. It was a very difficult week. We are just getting the tail end of a hurricane coming through, and that's why I'm walking through the garage because it's super windy out. So like I said, this was a difficult week, but thank you for tuning into the vlog. My name is Kev. I'm an artist, a singer-songwriter, a mental health advocate, and peer specialist. And I use this vlog to show how I get through the week, my coping skills, my routines, and techniques in coping with my various disorders. Those being schizoaffective disorder, which for me is a combination of schizophrenia and depressive bipolar 1. I also have cPTSD, which is complex PTSD, often called childhood PTSD, where your brain kind of gets wired very early through trauma. And I have inattentive ADD, which I kind of arrange my life around, and have different skills that help me with my ADD as well. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions of coping skills or anything that you want to say, leave them in the comments below. I upload these every week, and there's often trains going by, as you can hear. So this week was a very difficult week, and I had a lot of trouble getting through it. And I talk about a lot of uncomfortable things. I talk about my finances, I talk about my mental health and my physical health. And I go and I finally see an orthopedic surgeon about some of my ailments, and I did not get a good prognosis. So I'm ending this week on Sunday here, uncertain of where to go in my future, where to put my efforts, and I'm not sure how things are going to get better for me. So it's been a very hard week, and I've wanted to cry all week, but I haven't been able to let it out at an appropriate moment. So I don't want to go on too long. Instead, I will just rewind you back to Monday and let you see the week that was. I'm proud that I got through it, and I hope next week is an even better week. And I hope to find some solutions to the roadblocks that have presented themselves. The roadblocks that have the roadblocks, I see them more as pivot points, where there's a roadblock in the way and I need to turn and go a different direction. And I kind of feel like life this week has been trying to point me in a direction, but I don't know what direction that is. And all right, so I am going to rewind you back to Monday, and just know that I made it through the week okay, and my mindset is pretty good. Today my mood is better, my pain is low, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. So here we go on the rewind. Back to Monday. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe because it really helps this channel. And see you. Hello, happy Monday. It's the start of the week I'm not doing too good this morning. I woke up a while ago, and I just been I fed my dog, I took her out, made my coffee, and been having my coffee and watching Critical Role, but my mind is it's very negative, and very grumpy today. I got some sleep, I got some good sleep too, but I didn't want to wake up today at all. Like, I wanted to just not be here today. But I had to wake up because my dog had to go outside really quickly. We had to run out there before she released what she needed to release. And my dog always makes me happy. There she is. Even on my grumpiest days, she makes me happy. But I'm having a really hard Monday today. I want to cry. All my goals seem way too far away. And it feels like there's nothing I can do today to get myself closer to those goals. That's where my mind is at. I'm really sad. But I'm gonna try to work my way up the ladder. And I'll probably need some tears. Let some tears out. I like to do that in the shower. Crying in the shower is a nice release. It's very dramatic. I make it seem like a movie. I'm like, oh, but it lets it out, you know. So it's a hard day. I don't know what today's gonna look like. I just gotta try to move into a more positive mindset. Not be so dramatic in my mind. And comedy would really help me this morning, but I'm not laughing. I have a lot of anger in me and frustration, and but when I look at the reality of how things are in my life, things are pretty good. It's good for me to remind myself that, hey, a couple of years ago I was in a really bad place, and I would love to be in the place that I'm in right now. So I need some gratitude, and I need some get up and go energy and motivation. So I'm gonna get started on the day. Hey, well, I'm not doing so great today. Don't really know what it is. Sometimes I can have a dream at night, and it'll trigger some really negative, crappy thinking when I wake up in the morning, more so than when I'm just up and I'm thinking negative. Today, I'm just not doing good. The thoughts that I don't like having, the dialogues in my head, that I don't feel like I can really control, are a little overwhelming today, and filled with negative thoughts, hopeless thoughts, and so I've been taking my time this morning, and really I've been having a little coffee. I really haven't had much coffee. And watching my Critical Role, but I often found that I wasn't watching Critical Role. I was just staring at nothing, and I was just staring at the wall, lost in thought. I keep getting lost in thought, and those thoughts are defeatist and negative. So I feel like there's not enough medicine there. 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing something. I got that one. Got that one. I also feel like there's no flow to the day. I get that one. This must be the one. Yep. Okay. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm kind of wasting time here. But feel like there's no flow. I kind of feel myself wishing and hoping on things that are not possible. Or highly unlikely. My goal is to continue my routine. It's been going slowly today. I probably did about 2 hours of coffee and comedy, but I really only had 1 cup of coffee and didn't watch any comedy. And it was really hard for me to get myself up to come over here and take my meds and continue with my routine. So my job, it's still morning, so I'm doing okay. My pain level was very high this morning, but it's gone down. So my next step is to take a shower and go for a little walk. And I'm gonna try not to think about it. I'm just gonna do it. And if I start thinking about it, it'll take me 3 hours to take a shower and take a walk. So I'm just gonna keep taking steps forward. And the hard part is when you start at 0, it's very hard to work your way up the ladder. But then you get to about a 3 or a 4, which is fight or flight. You have to work your way up to fight or flight. And fight or flight is hard. It's hard to deal with. Fight, freeze, or flight. And so sometimes I'm like, okay, I gotta work my way up the ladder, but I don't really want to go through fight or flight. And not every day. Sometimes I can go, from being very low, and I don't have the need for fight or flight, and I go right up to safe and social. And doing some sort of super play, something that makes me happy and I don't have to think too much about, will do that for me. So maybe I'll think about some of that today. But I'm not really thinking beyond my shower and walk. So we started low today. Let's see if we can make it up nice and high. Hey, well, I made it to the final part of my morning routine anyways, and it's still morning, so that's an accomplishment. Took my meds, took my shower, I'm going out for a walk. I don't really have a destination. I'm just kind of walking around the block. It's a warm, overcast, muggy day. My pain level has gone down to about a 4, which is nice. And usually when my pain level goes down, my mood goes up, but my mood is still feeling kind of low today. And I've been procrastinating in my efforts in climbing the ladder. I don't know what to do. I think I need something to kind of shake me up and get out of my comfort zone. A couple episodes ago, when I needed to do that, I went out dancing, and I was thinking about that today because I do want to get some footage. So I was thinking, I could go out and get some footage today for a new music video. But it's overcast and raining, and I like the rain. I just don't want my phone to get wet. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with today. Besides just work on ways to make my day better. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk. They're still doing construction outside my house, so it's nice to be a little further away. And I'm up at about a 2, my mood. I was down at a 0 or lower this morning, but I am up to about a 2, and I'm not too anxious, though I feel like I should be. I'm just very, very negative and very kind of sad, angry, depressed type of thing. But I don't know. I think I do a pretty good job at masking it. I was gonna make a video soon about masking, and maybe that's something I could work on today. All right, I'll check in later. Hey, the walk isn't doing much good for me. I feel a sense of accomplishment that I did it, but it often clears my mind, and it's not doing that. The negative is overwhelming, so just being out here thinking I'm really combating the negative, and it's getting tiring to do. I think the little kid in me is in the driver's seat a little bit today, so I'll have to take care of him, because I feel a lot of anger and rage inside me, which is emotions that I struggle with. And in the past, the way I dealt with anger was by smashing things that were important to me, or taking it out on myself physically. I don't do that anymore. But I've really found it difficult to express anger and rage from past traumas and stuff. I bought a punching bag a couple years ago, and that helped a little bit, but I got injured doing that. I ended up bruising my chest cavity through exercise or something like that, and it really hasn't gone away. And I can't do a lot physically to get rid of that angry feeling, and so I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm pissed off today and angry, and I'm not liking the skin that I'm in today. I haven't really decided what's gonna change that yet. Hi. I haven't been able to eat, so I got myself to drink an Ensure, and it's, as per usual, it made me feel really sick. So I'm gonna lay down for a while. My goal for the day is to get to the supermarket, because I gotta pick up some dog food. That goal seems unattainable right now, but I'm gonna lay down for a while with my dog, and until this yucky feeling in my stomach goes away, and then get up and try to motivate myself. Hey, there's a bit of an update, and it's not even easy for me to update. I went for my walk and stuff, and I had my Ensure, and it made me feel sick, so I laid down, and I started to feel better within 15 minutes or so. But I've just been laying there staring at the ceiling in my head, with negativity and anger, and it's just been a really hard time, and trying to get myself to get up. I don't see myself making it to the supermarket today, but I have the supplies here where I can make some good chicken and vegetables dinner for me and my dog. So I'm working towards that, and that's about all I can say. Is everything kind of seems pointless. And I feel like I'm stuck here in this life. So I guess I'll see what's going on later. Hey, taking the dog out. Hey, my mood's gone up a little bit. My pain has gone down a little bit, but not enough to really do anything. I'm kind of glad that it's getting near the end of the day, and but I don't have a lot of energy to do much. So it was suggested by my buddy Jeff that I put some music on because I haven't really been. Where are you going? I haven't really been listening to music too much, so I'm gonna go upstairs and put on some music and see how that helps. This is the doggy. Hey, Okami. Hello, going for it's a little past sunset walk. Today was a hard day. It's still not that great, but I'm not at a zero. But I'm in a safe, safe mental space. I have a fog of depression and some. I don't know, I'm disassociating a lot today. A lot of the day went by with me disassociating and just staring off into space. And I never got any tears out. I almost got some out while I was at the store. So today was a hard day, and I'm looking forward to calling an end to the day. I really don't know what to say. I'm still not completely present. I'm not grounded at all. I don't really feel like I'm here in reality, and I don't know. I'm gonna take a walk though, and the farmer's market's still going. I think walking through and seeing people and things, and then go back home, and I'm gonna have some crackers and peanut butter, and try to watch some Critical Role, and go to bed early, and maybe tomorrow will be a better day. I don't know what sparked off such a hard day today. And sometimes I slept pretty good, but sometimes dreams can do stuff, and I don't really remember my dreams. But yeah, I just wake up and all my symptoms are active, and they're starting to come down, but I still have a lot of intrusive thoughts, and I guess what I call blank mind, where I can't think any thoughts. So I'm gonna go keep it simple. It's raining out very slightly, which feels very nice. So I'm gonna enjoy this walk and take my time. I'm gonna go back, have some crackers and peanut butter, and go to bed early. Hey, so since I wasn't able to get to the supermarket today, I cooked my dog some food, and I'm cooking her food for tomorrow too. Chicken and vegetables, and it actually looks really good. But I filled her up tonight. I'll fill it tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to get to the store to get some real dog food tomorrow. Also, I went and got some coffee, and while I was at the store, I found this brownie mix. And I thought that would be nice to make some brownies. That would be a nice end to my day. So rather than just kind of hang out and do nothing, I'm making some brownies, and I can share them with my neighbor. So that's what I'm doing. I remembered to put the water in. Very easy to forget. The best part about baking brownies is when you pour it in and then you get to lick the bowl afterwards. And I used to do that ever since I was a kid. My mom would let me lick the bowl, and I still enjoy just cleaning up the bowl, all that chocolate. There's this one time with my friends, I was like, hey, we were trying to think of stuff to do, and I was like, oh, I'll make some brownies. I make really good brownies. And so I went in, and I just had brownie mix, and I was making them, and I forgot to put water. I just put oil and egg, and I didn't put the water in. And so afterwards, I brought them out, and we were eating them, and they were so dry. It was like chalk, but we were like, why are these so dry? And then I remember someone said, did you put water in them? And I realized, oh no, I forgot to put the water in. So I remembered first ingredient that I put in this time was water. Hey, so the brownies came out pretty good. They came out kind of fudgy. The cutting of the brownies did not turn out very good, but I don't really care about that. But this would be a nice little treat, and I'll have it with some milk. And I'm just gonna watch some Critical Role and head to bed. And I'll see you in the morning. Baking was good. It made me feel a little better. I kind of had to get up to a level where I could do something, and this is what I did. It's been a long, hard day, and I'm looking forward to just relaxing, having a brownie and some milk, and then heading to bed. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Taking my dog out. It's another loud morning here in Beverly because of the construction. Come on, Dougie, this way. Okami, come here. Hey, buddy, come here. This way. Go poop. Thank you. Go ahead. I'm not as bad as I was yesterday. My mood is pretty low, and I'm in a lot of pain, but it's not as bad as yesterday. So I'm gonna go upstairs and make some coffee, spend some time with this dog. Happy Tuesday. Hello. So I'm doing my coffee and comedy. I'm going to take a break from that this morning and go into my muscle music group, who this week they're doing this type of dopamine reset program. And I don't know if I need that or not, but I thought I would go check it out and just listen and see what that's all about. I've done dopamine fasts before, and they were good and useful. So I figured I would check it out today. My mood is okay. It's anxious about the day, but not too bad. And my pain level is starting to go down. and it's about a 4 or 5 now, so I'm doing a little laughing and having my coffee and waking up. So I'll be going into muscle music here in just a couple minutes, and I'll report back to see how that was. I do leave a link below in the description to the muscle music program if anyone's interested in that. It's a bunch of artists and like-minded people who check in with each other through Zoom and help co-regulate each other's mood and set goals and things like that. It's a really good group, and I found it very useful. So there's a link in the description below if you want to check it out. There's also an app for your phone where you can track your mood and stuff like that. Hey, so I've gone through my routine and taken my meds, take a shower, and now I'm out for my walk. Often my mind is filled up with what are my needs for the day and how am I going to meet them. And I don't know, I'm kind of frustrated. Some of my anger from yesterday and today is every once in a while I just get really angry about living below the poverty line. And though I have for a long time, most of my life, sometimes, some mornings, it's just been particularly very frustrating when I can't meet my needs, or on such a limited budget, if I make one little mistake during the week, it kind of screws everything up in a chain reaction. And then I end up having to dip into things that I didn't want to dip into, and I'm not very good with money to begin with. My sister gave me some advice to write down, everything that I spend, and I've had trouble doing that, just writing it down and remembering it to write it down. And I want to, so I'm going to try to do that again this week. This has been the day of loud trucks coming by, so sorry about that noise. So yeah, and I feel like I'm kind of living on a shoestring budget. Let's wait for this truck to go by. He was looking at me like, what are you doing? Sometimes people look at me funny when I'm vlogging. They're like, what is he doing? And I pretend that I'm on a phone call. Oh, and here comes a train. I'm gonna tune in back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. It's just a loud, noisy morning. Oftentimes when I want to vlog is when the train comes or when big trucks or motorcycles come by. Alright, where was I? Let's start with my mood. My mood is, it's doing okay. I was pretty low this morning, but I'm doing better now that I'm up and moving. So I'm just above fight or flight. I didn't really have to. I kind of went through fight or flight while I was in the shower, and I settled myself down. Wow, what a morning today, huh? With the noise. The noise is very distracting, and I keep losing my train of thought, so I'll check back later. So for a little distraction, I'm gonna walk through the thrift store. I'm not gonna get anything, but it's just nice to kind of walk through and look at all the different stuff. Hey. So my walk has been good. I enjoyed walking around the thrift store. It's like a little yard sale, and I always enjoy yard sale type things, so I wasn't expecting to get anything. There's a little rain going on, slight drizzle, and I really enjoy that. And it's nice and cool out. I looked back on my episode 1 of my vlog, and I noticed that I always kept the camera down here. And I don't know when I switched to holding it up here, but it looks weird. So from here, I'm gonna head home and see what the day brings. What I was talking about earlier, yeah, some days I get frustrated and angry when I can't meet my needs and just kind of living below the poverty level. But I try not to talk about it too much because I feel like this is America. Millions of people live below the poverty level. Everyone in my building lives below the poverty level. That's why we're in the temporary housing building. So it can be frustrating on some days when it's a little harder to meet the daily needs. Sometimes I get a little angry and at where I am and where I'm at in my life. And I think it will, I hope and that it will change and I will start to earn some money and do some things that bring in money. But man, these noises today are really getting to me, these trucks and construction. I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna stop vlogging out and I'll wait till I get home. Having trouble finding someplace quiet today. All the noises seem to be overstimulating me and distracting me. But I always have the parking garage is usually pretty quiet. I don't even remember what I was talking about this morning. I remember I was just saying, you know, how yeah, it can be hard living below the poverty line, but if you're disabled, it's kind of what your lot in life is. And I hope to, normally I would be performing shows and making a little extra money on the side, doing gigs and things like that, but I haven't been able to work at all this year. So that's been kind of hard. It's taken away a lot of income. And then I get stressed about my equipment. My computer is obsolete. It can't really do anything except view the internet, and I just kind of do everything on my iPhone. And the first 10 episodes of this vlog were just recorded, edited, and uploaded via my iPhone 11, which was my family gave to me. And so I wanted to put it to good use and start this vlog. But, you know, I couldn't edit it on a computer. And I was gonna have to stop the vlog, but Kayla stepped up and she was interested in doing the editing. So I've been able to continue the vlog only because really someone else is editing it because my computer is obsolete. And it just won't run programs and it won't update programs and stuff. So I get frustrated. And I don't like to talk about it because I feel like I'm bitching and moaning. And I don't like to bitch and moan. I feel like everyone goes through these things, and although I guess not everybody's broke, but it just makes every aspect of life a little bit harder, and sometimes I get angry about it. And I think yesterday I had such a hard time because I was just angry about it. Today I'm not so angry about it. I'm more grateful for the life that I have today. And even when I'm angry about it, I'm still grateful for what I have. You can be both. But I don't know how I'm going to find success. I used to think it would be through music and performing and putting out albums and things like that. But I don't really see that anymore. And so I'm not sure how I'm gonna find success in this life, but I just keep moving in a certain direction. And you know, that old adage of do what you love and the money will follow. Well, I've been doing that my whole life, and the money does not follow. But I keep up hope that it will. Eventually, I will just make a living. That's all I want. Just make a living. Live above the poverty level. Not have to worry so much. Um, I don't know. I really don't feel comfortable talking about it too much. So I'm gonna end it there for the day. And this walk was not a good one for me. It was very distracting and loud and talking about an uncomfortable subject. So my anxiety is kind of high. My mood is kind of just above fight or flight. And I'm gonna go back up to my apartment, my little abode, check in with the dog, and I don't know what today's gonna bring. Maybe pick up the guitar. Some people have been asking for some songs, so maybe I'll do some recording or something, I'm not sure. And maybe I'll put a song up on YouTube. Hey, so I'm home, feeling a little better, a little more at peace. I had a little quiet time, where I kind of sat here. I also visited with my neighbor Jeff. I don't know if you can see, but like right outside is just all construction and stuff. So it's been a little frustrating here. As you could probably see this morning, my mood is doing a little better. My pain level is high. So I'm gonna lay down, take a little nap. I did send out some emails for a speaker to do some public speaking, and answered some email and looked at some of my to-do list and stuff, but I don't really have anything pressing that needs to get done. I did, but I got it done. I had some emails that I really wanted to send out, and so I did, and just had some peace and quiet. And now I'm gonna lay down with the dog who is snoring and take an hour nap or so. Hello. I'm out for a walk to the supermarket, get some more dog food. My pain level is medium. It's like a 5 or 6. But I got my cane, so I'm walking and taking it slow. My mood is kind of I'm not in a good place. I don't like how I've been vlogging today. I don't like talking about money and being broke and things like that. So I know my last couple of vlogs were about that, and my frustrations were about that today. I'm feeling a little better, I'm ready to move on, so I'm gonna drop that subject, because yeah, it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm gonna walk to the store. I'm walking by the skate park, but nobody's skating. And I'm gonna pick up some dog food. And I ate something just before I left, so today's been it's been a hard day. And I took a nap. It was hard to get back up, and my energy level is low. And oh, there are some skaters. Cool. So maybe I'll watch some skating too. My brain is pretty distracted, confused today. Things are it's like a washing machine of thought, where it's just twirling and twirling, and I can't really stay on one thought too long, and the thoughts that I'm staying on don't really make sense and are pointless. So I don't know, I'm just trying to get through the day, and yeah, we'll see what I do this evening. Alright, so I made it back, and that was a good walk. It was hot out, so it got me sweating, worked up a sweat, and it felt good. I feel a little less bitchy. Perhaps I should have had a Snickers. Because this is a funny commercial. So I ended up getting my dog food. This is what my dog eats, and she really enjoys it, and it's good for her. And then I found out that in the mornings, I find it very easy for me to eat strawberry or blueberry Yoplait yogurt. So I got some of that, and that'll be good in my mornings when I find it hard to eat. And then for dinner tonight, I got some sweet and sour chicken. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This dog is wondering. She always wants to know what's in the bag when I come home. She's got to check the bag and make sure there's nothing in there for her. But there is something. There's dog food, so she can probably already smell it. I'm gonna start cleaning up around here, open the shades, let some sunlight in, even though it's afternoon, and try to brighten up my day a little bit. Hey, had my dinner. It was really good, and I have enough. This is it, and I made a bunch. And spent some time with my dog, and now I'm gonna go visit my neighbor. And it was I think it was a tough day. I think I was still recovering from yesterday, which is a very hard day. But I'm just gonna chill for tonight. I don't know what, I don't feel like playing any of my video games or anything, so I'll probably just watch some Critical Role or find maybe some skateboarding or something. But yeah, I'm gonna go visit Jeff. Hello, I'm out for a little walk in the evening. Things are a little quieter in my head. I'm not as frustrated and upset as I was earlier today. And I feel a little more grounded. So I just figured I'd go out for a nice quiet walk. It seems nice and quiet out, so nice quiet walk before I head to bed. Tomorrow I'm gonna go see an orthopedic surgeon, and I gotta take a trip into Boston and into the city, and that'll be a big day, but I've been looking forward to it for quite some time, so that'll be good. And hopefully my mood will be better, and I got some yogurt, so I'll be able to eat something in the morning, and I'm well prepared for tomorrow, so hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. But I will see you in the next clip Wednesday morning, so good night. Good morning. It's about 4:30 in the morning, and I slept pretty good, but I'm feeling kind of yucky. I think I just have gas. I don't think it's a big deal, but it doesn't feel good right here, you know. So I took my dog out, and I'm gonna do coffee and comedy. My mood is feeling okay because I generally like getting up early before the sunrise. It makes me feel good. And so my mood is pretty good. My pain level is, it's more of a discomfort than a pain. And so I'm just gonna do my coffee and comedy and get my day started. All right, happy Wednesday. Hello. I've made it through my routine, my meds and my shower, and I'm out for a walk. And the sun is just starting to come up. Would have been a nice day to catch a sunrise, but it's kind of cloudy over in the eastern horizon. I'm not feeling that great. I don't know if it's gas, like it kind of feels like I have a gas bubble, but my chest is hurting, and but it seems like my chest always hurts, so I don't know, I just figured I'd go out for a walk. It's nice and quiet, and start the day off right. Later today I gotta go into the VA and orthopedics. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the day though. My mood is pretty good. I'm happy to finally be going into orthopedics. I've been waiting for months. Not orthopedic, yeah. Yeah. Sorry. But I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other part of the day. I need to rest because I don't want to be in pain all day. And it kind of stops me from doing stuff. I would love to go running and go do a whole bunch of things and have lots of energy. It's just not happening right now. Hopefully today with the doctor I get some good news, or at least get some news where things are going to proceed and get better. I slept pretty good last night and it feels good to be up in the morning, so I'm just gonna go walk around my quiet town in the early morning. Happy Wednesday. Hello. So I'm going to catch the train to Boston, and then from there I'm gonna get on the Green Line and ride it to the end, to Jamaica Plain where the Veterans Hospital is, and see my orthopedic surgeon and see what they have to say about my shoulder and chest. And maybe they'll have something to say about my sciatic nerve and stuff too, which would be pretty cool. I'm running through all the conversations in my head, random conversations that have to do with doctors and that don't, and just kind of going on and on. Now that I'm speaking, I'm thinking about it, that I did not bring my headphones, which I think is okay. I might end up, I have time, I might end up running back to the house. I'm just kind of tired and in pain. I don't want to go back. So it's about 11 o'clock. Well, I'm taking the 11 o'clock train, and I'm curious to see how long it'll take me to get there. My appointment is until 2:15, so I want to leave plenty of time for me to run late and still get there on time. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take, so I want to get there nice and early. Well, I made it here. It only took an hour and a half. Right when I got to the Green Line, there was a train there waiting, so I didn't have to wait for that train. Sometimes you gotta wait a half hour, but I'm here. So I got here 2 hours early, and I was gonna stop and get something to eat, but they said, why don't you just check in and maybe you'll get seen early. So that's what I'm doing. Just hanging out in this empty waiting room. I'm a little nervous that they're gonna ask me to do something I don't want to do, like an MRI. I get super claustrophobic with MRIs, or stay overnight. So my brain sitting here is just kind of going through all the different conversations, which I often do. I go through conversations well beforehand. So yeah, hopefully I won't have to wait too long, and hopefully I'll get seen early and be able to get home to the dog nice and early. Hey, I'm finished with my appointment back on the Green Line. I didn't get very good news today, and but I did get steps forward, which was good. And it's raining out, and I'm gonna take this Green Line back to North Station and then take the train to Beverly. So here we go. Hey, so I made it back home. I'm gonna go see the dog in a minute, but I thought I'd update you. Today we were looking at my shoulder and the center of my chest here, and apparently my subscapula is torn and has slipped down into here. And then back when I had cardiac surgery, they did something to dislodge or dislocate some of my ribs. So with the shoulder, they decided wouldn't really need to do surgery because I have full motion of my shoulder. It's just pain, so it's just going to be regulating the pain rather than going to surgery. The part with the chest right here, the doctor really amazed me with. He was looking at it and he just came over and he said, "Does it hurt right here?" And I said, "That's exactly where it hurts." And my ribs here are, when they went in to do a stint in cardiac surgery, they kind of must have messed up something in the ribs, and that's my main concern. And he said what they're gonna have to do is put a needle in here to put some numbing agent in there every once in a while, but he said we don't have any doctors that are capable of putting the needle in here because it's a delicate procedure that you don't want to pop the lung and then you got a collapsed lung. So you have to have a kind of a specialist put a needle in my chest and every once in a while to make the pain go away. That doesn't make me very happy. I was hoping to be able to do something that would just make the pain go away. So the shoulder pain is not going to go away. The chest pain is not going to go away. It's just going to have to be managed for the rest of my time, and with needles and shots, and it kind of makes me unhappy. And my pain level is kind of high right now. It was a long trip, and we didn't look at all at my back, my lower back, or my sciatic nerve. That'll be handled by another doctor at another time. Not a lot done today, but I'm gonna get referred to a pain clinic that they might have someone that can go in with a needle and do that procedure at the pain clinic. If they don't, might have to go to somewhere outside the VA. But getting needles in my shoulders and my chest from now on, you know, just every couple months does not sound like fun. So I'll have to take some time to accept that. Hey, so it's the end of my evening. Feeling okay. Haven't really processed the day yet and as to what everything means medically, but I'm just gonna go to bed. Try to have a nice relaxing evening. I don't have any meetings I need to wake up at a specific time for, so maybe get some good sleep. Good night. Keep going. Go, go, go. Hello, happy Thursday. I like Thursday because it's Critical Role Live Day. I'm taking my dog out. It's about 7 in the morning. My mood is, hey, where you going? You going that way? Okay. She's heading this way. Up, stay. Car coming. So, come on. This morning I'm a little down. I'm not overly down. Oh, you're gonna poop there? Hold on. Okay, so my dog decided to poop right in the middle of where cars drive into the parking garage, and there was a car coming, so I had to stop and pick it up. But she's doing good this morning. She seems to be in a happy mood. My pain levels are pretty high, and they're about 7 or 8. I'm sure they'll go down, but with the news that I got yesterday about how this pain is going to be an ongoing, having pain this morning is kind of depressing. And it's, I'm not thinking negative. I just have a layer of kind of depressed. So I'll go have my coffee and comedy. Hey, so this is the last part of my routine, going out for a walk. I don't really have a destination. My pain level and my mood are kind of matching each other, where my pain level is pretty high and my mood is kind of low. But I think it's low because of the news that I was really looking forward to moving and making plans in my head to being free of pain and going back and doing the things that I love to do, and knowing that that's going to be limited. It's starting to sink in a bit today, and I'll get through it, but it's just going to be sad about it for a little bit. I'm not sure what to do today. I want to do a lot of things today, but I can't because my pain level is too high. But it's possible my pain level will go down. I want to play guitar and make some videos, but I just can't do that right now. And there's not a lot I can do. So my pain is high and my mood is low. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the day. And I was sitting there having my coffee and comedy, not sure what I was going to do with the day. And I just decided to go through my steps, which is my routine. Take my meds, take a shower, and go for a walk. And see how I feel after that, rather than throw away the day, you know? And go for a walk. Maybe I'll go by the thrift store and look in there. And see how I feel when I get back. Maybe I'll be feeling a little better. Someone asked me how my mood was today earlier, and I said it could go either way. It kind of depends on which side that I feed, you know? And I want to feed a good side, but I'm also very tired and in pain, and don't feel capable of doing that as well. So I don't know, we'll see. Hello, it's about 2 o'clock, and I took a nap and I laid down with the dog, and the dog seems to be a little depressed today too, so I'm trying to hang out with her. So I laid down for a nap, and I'm pretty sore. I just made some coffee, and I'm getting ready to go into a Tomfoolery community meeting where it's just members, and we check in with each other, see how we're doing. So that'll be good. And then I have another meeting later too. Tomfoolery open mic will be tonight, so I'm gonna try to remember to go to that. When the time comes in the evening, I keep forgetting that it's happening, and I go to bed. So I want to try to go to the Tomfoolery open mic tonight too, as well as tonight's Critical Role Live, so I'm excited about that. Because I laid down, my pain level is kind of high. I'm letting it go down a little bit, and I got to work my energy level back up. It's pretty low today, so all right, here we go. I've tried to do things my own way, tried to do what people say, but I'm going nowhere fast. I'm turning to you at last. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Lord? And I can see the lights of home, but I can't get there on my own. I can see the landing strip, but I need you to steer my ship. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Lord? I've been a fool and I've been a clown. Let the enemy turn me around. I've wasted love and I've wasted time. I've been proud and I've been blind. I've got a lot of things to change, a whole man to rearrange. And if you show me how, I'll begin right now. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, Lord? What do you want me to do, Lord? What do you want me to do, Lord? Oh, no. I'm listening. Hello. So I'm just out for a walk, and I went and visited my neighbor Jeff after hanging out with my dog and playing guitar. I answered some emails and responded some emails. I went to a Tomfoolery group and kind of checked in with them. So I wasn't intending to do anything today, but I did some stuff, so that's good. And I'm just out for a walk. My pain level is like a 5 or 6. It's not so bad. My mood is it's hard to describe, it's kind of flat, I guess. Where it's not that I'm neither good nor bad, I'm just kind of tired a bit and emotionless. And my mind, which is actually, it's not ideal, but it's better than where I was. I was going kind of negative. My mind was getting dramatic, and it's coming down from that. So I'm starting to come back down to the reality, where my mind was very dramatic about going forward with pain management and things like that. I was really blowing it up in my head, and so that's settling down a bit. And yeah, I'm just kind of flat. I'm not happy, I'm not sad, I'm not angry, I'm not excited. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of the evening. Something to kind of take it easy. And I haven't been interested in video games lately, but I also haven't visited them in a while, so there's a lot of things I want to do, but sometimes just using the computer and using my shoulder can be hard, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I did pick up the guitar a little bit, and that felt good. It didn't hurt. Oh, that's right. Later, I'm going to do the Tomfoolery open mic, which is a public open mic. It happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can get to the Zoom link. It happens over Zoom. In the description below, I put a link to tomfoolery.org, and go there, and there'll be a link to the Zoom for the weekly Thursday night open mic. It's a very fun and supportive community, and people show up and do music and poetry and acting and all sorts of different things, tell jokes. So I've been doing it for a couple years, and lately my pain level has been so high in the evening that I just forget that it's Thursday and haven't been going to the open mic. So I set my alarm today, and I'm motivated to get there tonight. So that'll be my evening, is going to the open mic. I don't know what songs I'll play. That's something for me to think about. Hi. So I'm taking my dog out. I did some guitar playing, which felt good. And I ate something. What did I eat? Oh, I made some tuna sandwiches. And my mood is getting a little better. And it's getting a little more uplifting and a little less dramatic and a little more chill. So stay here. Hold on. You gotta wait for me, buddy. All right. I'll check in later. Hello. So I did the Tunefoolery open mic, and that was a lot of fun. It was an hour and a half of good music and good people. Again, the link to that would be below. And my dog got scared and peed and ran into the bathroom, and I made a bed for her in the shower area where she goes into, and I lay down a blanket and put a pillow, and she's laying in there as if a storm is coming. And I'm looking out, and it looks like clear skies, but she's hardly ever wrong. Usually about an hour before a storm comes through, she is scared and hiding in the bathroom. So I just went and checked in on her, and she's doing okay, and she's sleeping but scared. So there might be something coming off the ocean. Because when I'm looking out my window, I'm looking westward, and it looks nice and clear. I can't see eastward towards the ocean, so something might be coming. The open mic was good. My mood is feeling better. I'm wearing my shoulder brace because I did one song at the open mic, and then my pain right here really took off. And I put this on, and the pain has settled. I don't know if this really does anything, but it makes my shoulder feel good, so decided to wear it. And you can't really see that I'm wearing it, so black on black. It felt good to play guitar and sing songs to people. I enjoy doing that, and I hope to get back to it in some form or another. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this evening. I want to keep comforting my dog if she's scared, so I'll probably put on some Critical Role and have some crackers and peanut butter and just keep checking in on my dog. And that'll probably be the rest of my evening, I guess, unless anything weird happens. That'll be my day. I'm feeling better now at the end of the day. Excuse me. My mood is up at Safe and Social. And I've always had hope, but like I have a little more. But I still don't know. I feel like I don't know what to do. Like I don't know what my future is going to be. That sounds dramatic, and I don't mean it in a dramatic way. I just mean like my path was kind of going like this, and now I'm not sure which way to pivot. That is what I'm saying. You know, if certain avenues are being kind of taken away, well, where does that guide me towards, and where can I keep going? That's where I'm looking at. I'm not looking at these obstacles. I'm looking at how can I go around these obstacles and keep going. In what new direction I'm going to pivot to. So I still have dreams and stuff like that. I feel like I don't know what they are right now. I'm just kind of moving forward, and I don't know the right direction to do. I did put a song up on YouTube today which was kind of how I was feeling. It's called What Do You Want Me to Do? I don't know if Kayla put it here in the vlog.
Actually, I did.
But I put it up on YouTube. And it's by Mike Scott, who is a singer of an Irish blues band called the Waterboys. And he put out this album, a solo album, and I loved it when it came out. It was a big influence on me. It was just really raw, him and an acoustic guitar. I think he was going through getting sober or something. But a lot of the songs really hit me, and I do a couple songs off the album. One of them is called Bring 'Em All In. And then I often do this song, What Do You Want Me to Do? Just to myself at home alone. I don't perform it at shows because nobody knows it. But it's a great song. So I noticed that earlier when I played it after the song, I just stopped recording. I didn't introduce what song I was about to play. So that was What Do You Want Me to Do by Mike Scott. And yeah, I guess that'll wrap up my day. And I feel good at the end of the day. My pain level is feeling fairly low, except for this one pain right here from playing guitar. And I feel like that will go down. So I'm just gonna go ease my dog's nerves and watch my show. Good night, and I will see you tomorrow, Friday morning. Hello, happy Friday. I'm up and I ran out of coffee, so I'm going to get some coffee. My pain level is pretty high. I got my shoulder brace on, and I don't have a mood yet. If I did, it wouldn't be that great. But I don't like to count my mood until I've had my coffee and comedy, you know? Because it usually is a little better. And when I first wake up, my brain is very defeatist and just wants to give up. So just keep pushing forward, go get my coffee, go home, feed my dog, give her some love, and start today. Happy Friday. All right, so taking my dog out. She pees right by the door, which is really annoying, but come here, this way. But she's often like holding it just till she gets outside, and then she just lets it go. Go ahead and go do your business, go poop. My pain is pretty high today. Last night when I was trying to, I didn't get a lot of sleep because I was in pain. My chest was hurting and my hip was hurting, and if one thing wasn't hurting, it was another. So yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep, and this morning I'm feeling it basically. And so I'm gonna take it easy, go have my coffee and comedy, try to relax and let the pain go down. Hello, I'm out to finish my routine, out for my walk. I went out, I'm in the parking garage because it's super windy today. And I went out walking, and I just knew that it was way too windy to try to talk to my phone. But I went by the Castle game store because I had these Dungeons and Dragons pre-made battle maps, and I never used them, and they're really nice. And I know that sometimes at game stores, the dry erase battle maps are usually in rough shape because a lot of people use them. So I had 3 double-sided ones in a tube, and I brought them over and donated them. And the person who was working, seemed happy and said that they would use them in their campaign there at the store. So that made me happy. And then I came over to the parking garage because I figured there wouldn't be wind. My pain level at the moment is more of a discomfort level, where my pain is down about a 2 or so. but I have a lot of discomfort in my upper body, which I'm not enjoying. But it has gone down from what it was earlier. My mood is kind of all over the place. I'm not totally grounded, and I'm trying to land gently. Because I had to take in a lot of information this week. My vision of the future was, and what I had kind of come to believe after what I was told by doctors was the things that were wrong with me were temporary injuries, and they would get better. I would get back to my high energy self. And I've been thinking a lot about how last year and the year before I was just putting so much energy, before I started this vlog, so much energy towards creativity and career, and I was performing a couple times a month and making videos and just really exploring my creativity. And even though I was going through a difficult time and financially and emotionally, I still had energy to keep doing things. And I kind of felt like, okay, in this life, I'm going to learn to cope and manage with severe mental illness. And I came to accept that and felt like I was doing pretty damn good at it. And I wasn't expecting that, once you get good at that, we're gonna put on, I don't know who's the we, but we're gonna add on physical chronic pain too, and see how you handle that. So, of course I'm up for the challenge, but I gotta be careful with what I say. So it really hasn't sunk in that what is the reality of the things that I can do, and sometimes my mind is a little over dramatic, and then sometimes I think, okay, I can do stuff, So I'm kind of ping-ponging back and forth here on this Friday. I'm not gonna do too much. My place needs to be cleaned. My pain level has been too high to really do any good cleaning, just kind of like picking up here and there. But it needs a good deep cleaning. I don't know how much I can do of that today. But after this walk, I'm gonna go visit with my buddy Jeff, check in with him like I do just about every day. And I need to take it easy because I know from this discomfort that if I try to do very much physical stuff that I'm gonna start having the pain again. And the pain kept me awake last night. It's a scary pain for me to have chest pains. So it stresses me out. Today I'm having chest discomfort, but I know that my heart is healthy and that it's this chest wall disorder that I have. So I feel I'm not as anxious about it, but I don't want the pain to go up. So I got to try to keep myself occupied and find some way. Fulfillment for me right now comes through productivity. If I got something done through the day, I feel fulfilled. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I mean, other things bring me fulfillment as well. But when I get something done, I feel fulfilled. And so I want to find a way to get things done and work towards goals. And like I said before, pivot the direction I need to pivot. I feel like technology and my tools and things like that are slowly they break, they get taken away, and eventually I'm running out and I just have this phone, and I can't perform music like I used to and do the things that I used to do. So I'm trying to look at what am I being told here? What direction am I being pointed in? Rather than smashing up against roadblocks, I want to figure out what direction I need to go in now. Earlier today and this week, I've been looking more at speaker opportunities where I can go tell my story and be a lecturer or speaker, which would be very fulfilling to me. Maybe that's a direction that I will be going in. I don't know. But I feel like I'm being pushed in a direction. I just don't know which direction. Which is still, it has some hope to it, because I don't feel like I'm being stopped. I just feel like I'm being guided in another direction. So, I'm not sure what the rest of the day will bring. I'm gonna keep myself busy somehow and try to stay positive, work on positivity. I'm trying to land. I feel like I'm up in the air floating. I'm not grounded. I'm without direction and purpose, and I want to land gently. I often land hard. And lessons are taught to me in very hard ways. And I would really like to learn whatever lesson there is for me here in a more gentle way. So, all right. I'll check in later today, see what the day has brung. Hey, it's dinner time. I just had a bowl of cereal and made my dog her dinner. And then I went down and visited with Jeff. But really, much of the day, I spent laying in bed with the dog. And when I was laying down, the pain didn't hurt so much. And now that I'm up, the pain is really high. I feel like I should be in the hospital, but I know that wouldn't do anything for me. The ointments aren't helping, the patches aren't helping, the pain is really high, and I just can't do anything. And yet, I have to take care of the dog. The apartment is not getting clean. I can't do the things that I need to do. And I'm really, the pain is very high. So I'm just gonna try to rest and see. There's nothing else I can do that I can think of. So I tried a hot shower, that kind of made it worse a little bit. Hello, so it's about dinner time or just thereafter. My dog is being a little grump. My pain's still pretty high and it's fairly annoying. I just had a good meeting with my two best friends, Kayla and Amanda, and they let me kind of just vent out the things I was frustrated and upset about. And I have a lot going on right now, and some of it makes me sad and depressed, some of it makes me angry, some of it makes me frustrated, some of it makes me feel hopeless. But I do have hope, and I feel like better days to come. It's hard when you're in it, when when times are hard, physically, mentally, financially. It passes, but it's hard when you're in it. So it was nice that Kayla and Amanda were able to sit there and let me kind of vent out what I need to vent out, and then help me work through some things, and then laugh a bit. So that was nice. I feel like my dog is a little bored today, and I've been giving her attention, but it seems like she wants to play, but then she doesn't want to play, and it's a little confusing. This evening I'm just gonna relax and try not to do anything. Even using the computer, typing, playing guitar, all those things hurt if I do it for more than a few minutes. So I do want to pick up the guitar. I've been itching to play all day. I know it's gonna hurt, but I might do it anyways, and just a little bit here and there. And that'll be the end of my evening. Tomorrow will be Saturday, and I will kind of review my week. And it's been a hard week. Hello, happy Saturday. We have the remnants of a hurricane coming through the town, so it's super windy out. So I couldn't really vlog going outside, so I'm in the parking garage, which is like my home away from home. But I thought I'd go out for my final vlog of the week. I watched back the week last night, and this is a really hard week. I have a lot of emotions in me still, and they have to do with money and physical pain and my direction for the future, and everything kind of seems uncertain. And it's just, when you're going through a hard time, be it physically, mentally, financially, emotionally, it's hard to be in it, I know it will pass. Something is bound for my future, and I don't know what it is. I just have to hold on to trust and faith or something, that something is going to come out of my efforts. It's getting harder every day to get up and motivate myself when my pain is high, and it makes it very difficult to regulate my mood. So I can see in the future I'm gonna have to do something about that, because I have a mood disorder, and my pain is gonna be dictating my mood sometimes. So, if my pain levels are down really low and my mood goes up, I could go hypermanic. Or I could get really depressed and have a lot of high ideations. So I'm very stressed about my future. I'm worried about how much I can withstand, or how strong my resilience is. And I kind of think of it like a video game, where you have a character and you can't get through this one area because your strength isn't high enough. So you go out and you do things to increase your strength. Or you can't accomplish this task because you don't have enough dexterity or wisdom. So you go out and you increase your dexterity and wisdom. So I am lacking resilience. And my levels of hope and happiness are low. So what do I need to do? I need to go out, and in order to accomplish this tasks, I need my resilience higher. I need to make more happiness and develop my hope. And so, like a video game, I need to think of activities that I can do in my day that will make me happy, that will make me feel good, and build my resilience and build my hope. I don't know what those activities are yet, but I do have some hope. So I don't know what more else to say. I never really got in that cry that I wanted to get in, and it kept almost coming, but it kept coming at inopportune times, or just inappropriate times, like when I'm at a store or having a FaceTime conversation or something. So sometimes it really hits me, all that's going on. Um, I don't know how, I just don't know what my future is. I don't know how I'm gonna make money. I don't know how I'm going to manage my moods and my pain levels. It's gonna be a day-by-day process where really, the funny thing is I was trying to get out of living day to day and in the moment and not looking beyond today, which is survival mode. I'm trying to get out of that. And I feel like this is pushing me back in where every day is gonna be a new challenge. And I'm really not looking forward to it. So I hate to end the vlog with such uncertainty, but as my friend told me, it's okay, everybody has bad weeks. And this has just been a particularly bad one. And I hope next week goes better. I have to say my pain levels are down a bit today. I got some good rest last night. My pain levels are down about a 4. And I'm just working on my mood now, which is good. So thanks for tuning into the vlog. I really appreciate it. Leave any comments or any suggestions or cool coping skills that you'd like me to try down below. Any songs you'd like me to try to learn. Or just say hi. Give a shout out to Kayla, who's been doing all my editing. And I'm a little worried about the vlog too. Like, it's getting hard to do. The vlog was hard to do this week. Although I enjoyed doing it, I think I would miss not doing it. It was very hard to get up and turn on the camera and vlog. But it was also very hard to talk about the things that I talked about. I don't like to talk about money. I don't like to talk about, really that's about it. I feel I don't want to sound like a charity case. I never want to be seen as a charity case. So I try to avoid talking about how broke ass I am and poor. So I don't know. I'll leave you the week, and I do have hope, and things will get better. Things come in waves. So hopefully next week will be a better week. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate all your support and the love that you throw out to me. So thanks. Bye-bye.